Newcastle win a penalty shootout. I can't even pretend to be overly excited about that. But there is transfer news as well, and Dan Ashworth keeps digging that hole even deeper. Hello team, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. It's just finished at the MCG in Melbourne. Lee Lawler is there for us, and we'll have the usual post-match content for you, a match reaction, a vlog, and the last word as well. We've beaten Spurs on penalties. Well, the academy team have. Both teams had the academy sides out by the end of the game. The match itself finished 1-1, and yeah, as I say, Lee will have all the proper NFTV post-match content for you coming up very shortly, actually. Due to the time difference, the videos might actually come out at a sensible time. So stay tuned for that. Quick word, really, from me on a couple of transfer developments. We know who they are by now. It's Tosin and Lloyd Kelly. The deals are moving further, as reported in various outlets now, the Mail, the Telegraph, you know, the local journos up in the northeast. Lloyd Kelly is close. With Tosin, the framework's agreed and it should be wrapped up, the deal in London this week. Great couple of free transfers, really improves the squad depth, and you know, Tosin may well be in the starting team for the first game of next season, depending on Sven Botman and Jamal Lascelles' recovery. Lloyd Kelly, another one that's been plagued a little bit by injuries, really, but you know, it is a good player in there, a good squad player, certainly, and we'll improve the depth in and around that squad. So, you know, shrewd bit of business. Leaves a bit of money to be spent in the more key areas that we need. Mamadishvili of Valencia has been linked for the goalkeeper department. Would certainly be more inclined to sign him as opposed to Aaron Ramsdale. Look, I know there's a lot of Ramsdale fans out there. He's just not for me. I don't think he's any better than Pope. But yeah, that's not a really official anything concrete on that yet. That's maybe just something to keep an eye on. He was linked in January, actually, as well. And Valencia have signed his replacement already. So, again, not concrete, but one to keep an eye out, half an eye on during the summer, at least. So, that's that. The other big news that broke last night, of course, Dan Ashworth, He's been a bit silly, hasn't he? He CC'd himself into his Newcastle email account, and that proves he was in communication with Manchester United or a future colleague when he eventually does join Manchester United. It's all a bit messy. Well, it was before, and it's now getting even messier. He still wants to take Newcastle to court, to tribunal. Good luck with that, pal. But yeah, he's claiming that Newcastle placed him on gardening leave just before he could resign. You were resigning because you were joining Manchester United, pal. That's not how it works. It keeps getting, the plot thickens. You know, Newcastle should have their replacement soon enough with a bit of an internal restructure as well. Dougie Freedman's still the favourite, but it's not a done deal yet. Obviously, Crystal Palace will fight tooth and nail to keep him. They finished the season so strongly. But yeah, that's one for later in the week, certainly. Newcastle is still out in Australia. If you watched the game on NUFC TV, like me, interesting commentary. Particularly my favourite was Alex Isak in the first half, not wanting to run against Van der Ven for fear of being embarrassed. Yeah, okay then. Couple more incidents with the commentary as well. But as I say, look, Lee is out there. He is in Melbourne. I hope he took a coat with him because it was 1 degree there this morning, and look, he may have forgotten that it was actually winter in Australia. Stay tuned for that. He is at the MCG with all the post-match content as usual, so stay tuned to Newcastle Fans TV.